Well, thankfully we haven't missed Hashim versus Martin as they head towards Desida del Lago once again. And we've got Top Gun versus Pantry Star as well, just a couple of meters behind. Top Gun not going for it once again. Now Umer on Avalak, will we see an overtake into this corner? I think we might. Umer tries to get up the inside, and unfortunately that is another spin for Umer, and it's not going his way today. The championship leader, he really needs to secure the championship by the end of before 2 races to go in this championship. Trying to figure out a good way of saying that. Typo says, what's happening? I can't answer you, Typo, unfortunately. I seem to be repeatedly getting kicked. It seems to be linked to people joining through qualifying, but unfortunately it's just something that we're having to deal with. I simply cannot control it or mitigate against it, unfortunately. Top Gun with a good run then on the Haas of Pantry Star in front. He's going to wait for the DRS, I think, coming out of Curva del Sol. So we will wait and see if he gets that and can make it through that third corner safely. Hanging out on the outside there, trying to draw level, and should be managing to get past quite easily. That was well timed and gone through the first 3 corners, and through he goes then up into third place on those better tyres. His gap to the front, 7.4 seconds from second place, Hashim, and those medium tyres really serving him very well indeed. Martin continues to lead this one, mistake-free so far from Hashim now, as Top Gun's pace is really showing, as he's already put a second on Pantry Star. Took a couple of laps to get past him, but he's already extending his gap. So Hashim is 0.6 of a second behind Martin on lap 29. Just 7 laps to go now. Boats has retired from the session in the pits, so should avoid any caution issues. And the rest of the gaps have opened up somewhat. No one else able to really challenge, but Hashim versus Martin continues our consistent battle at the front of this field. It's not been the same 2 drivers. We've always had 2 drivers within a second of each other, albeit maybe for not maybe 1 or 2 laps between pit stops, but it has been very hard fought so far. Hashim half a second still away from the lead of the race. Is he playing this tactically and deciding just to harvest whatever he can? We know that Martin can be a little trigger happy when it comes to ERS, and he's only a small amount less than Hashim, but it is still a reasonable amount there. An extra 10% on Hashim's car. As I say, is he just playing this cannily for the next few laps? That gap to Top Gun has dropped by 2 seconds, the medium tyres, in a great place, and you can see him just appear in the rear of shot now as they are lapping Uzi, coming up to do that lap. Just the penalties at the foot of the field shouldn't affect the big point scoring positions tonight. Martin still on top, but by a decreasing margin from both Hashim and, crucially, Top Gun. Now that gap to 5.0 seconds for Top Gun in third. What can he do? With 5 laps to go, he's got a gap of 5 seconds to catch the front runners, and he could be making that alternate strategy work gloriously. It is Hashim, though, under half a second behind Martin. May not get the ideal toe here, as Martin is now derating down the straight. You can see that red light flashing. It means he's out of ERS or into the final 10%. Hashim going around the outside. Martin trying to hold on to this one. I think they had a tiny touch of wheels. Martin just mistiming his turn-in point, and Hashim secures the lead of the race. They're both derating down this straight, as Martin will go to come back at Hashim now. Hashim taking the inside line, leaves a gap on the inside though, but Martin can't go for it. and Top Gun didn't make a great deal of gain on that particular lap. Martin in second will be trying to hang on to this one with 4 to go, plus the one they're on now. So 4.5 to go, really. It is Hashim on top for the first time in this race. He has claimed the top spot. Can he hang on to it before the end of this race? There's half a second to the good for Top Gun in the middle sector where all the grip is needed. So that'll be where he is strongest and gaining the most time. His target will be a second a lap on these drivers, and that is no mean feat against the kind of speed of Hashim and Martin, who fought for pole and fought for the top spots all the way through qualifying tonight. 0.3 of a second for Martin. Will he just bide his time here and wait for the next opportunity? I think that's what's going on. He needs a good run, but Hashim opens the door with a bit of snap oversteer, and the plot thickens as the second significant mistake from Hashim so far tonight. Little bit of heavy right foot problems, and he drops that gap once again. Martin reclaiming the lead of the race. Top Gun in third is now under 4 seconds behind, and what have we got in terms of telemetry on Top Gun's car? 30%, way more than the drivers in front of him, but it is the battle continues at the front of our field. Martin versus Hashim. Umer's progress may have stalled to about 8th, maybe 7th, but I don't think he's going to be able to get up into the P6 territory there. Avalak currently owns that position. Umer is getting closer and closer here to Boutniers, so that could be something to watch on this next run through the overtaking opportunities. Very, very close indeed. Both McLarens are to the cars in front, although Uzi being lapped. So, D-rating once again for Hashim, as Martin seems to have a little bit more on the ERS. Let's see then, as they head down